Pat McAfee and WWE will be together for quite some time. More on that in a second. What's up, everyone? Welcome in to the PWTorch Daily Newswire for July 7th, 2022. I'm PWTorch Assistant Editor Zack Heydorn. Thank you very much for being with me. I appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, you can follow me on Twitter at @ZHeydornTorch. And you can also subscribe to this channel and get all sorts of exclusive content every single day right here on the PWTorch YouTube page. Again, hit subscribe, like the videos. We'd very much appreciate it. But to the news of the day, Pat McAfee and WWE have entered into a long-term multi-year agreement. Pat McAfee signs a multi-year deal today with WWE. WWE announced that news on its social media channels and on their website. McAfee is an interesting guy right now in WWE. He's been on the SmackDown commentary desk since 2021, since April of 2021, so right after WrestleMania 37. And has proven to be a valuable commodity to the company. Like, he is able to tie in, to me, in a really efficient way, being a cheerleader for the company, like a rah-rah guy for WWE. He does that well. He has a lot of eyeballs on him already, thanks to his podcast and NFL career and a multitude of other opportunities that have come his way recently. And he's clearly a wrestling fan too. At the same time, he knows his history. He's passionate about the job for sure. So this is a big thing for WWE and an important figure for them to sign and take care of and make sure he's there for a while. I think he's been, he can be grating at times on commentary without question, but I think more often than not, he adds the correct sizzle to what they're trying to do on TV. So big news there, and kind of a big win for WWE. In other news, New Japan Pro Wrestling will once again, after a over 2 year break, will allow fans to cheer vocally at their events, starting on September 5th with events at Korakuen Hall. What New Japan is doing is they are scaling back on the number of people that they will be having in attendance in general, and then carving off certain parts of that space in each building for fans that want to cheer. So if you're uncomfortable cheering, you don't have to sit in those areas. You can go elsewhere. If you're fine with it, you can cheer if you're sitting in those spots. This is big for New Japan. It really is. Like, it's been a tough go for them without having there to be an audible crowd response. I think, it's interesting because they were one of the first companies to go back to having fans, even though fans weren't being vocal. They were clapping their hands and stomping their feet. But now they're one of the last companies to flip that and allow cheering. And I think that up against, like that product, the non-cheering product of New Japan was fine in a world where there was no audience reaction altogether. Like, it wasn't ideal, obviously, but nothing was at that time. But it was kind of even Steven at that point. Well, now they're competing against WWE, AEW, Indies that all have fans back, and they haven't. So this is a big moment for them. Again, September 5th. At Korakuen Hall. MLW announced an expanded content distribution partnership with beIN Sports this afternoon that will see their show and their content on over-the-air television in major markets. So they've been with beIN for quite some time, and this is an expansion of that partnership. Rapid fire topics here, guys. Death Before Dishonor matches have been announced, or some of them have been announced anyway. Samoa Joe will face Jay Lethal for the ROH World Television Championship. Wheeler Yuta will collide with Daniel Garcia for the Pure Championship. And then last night on AEW Dynamite, the FTR, the ROH World Tag Team Champions, challenged the Briscoes to a rematch. They wrestled each other at Supercard of Honor in April. They won the ROH World titles off the Briscoes, and now they've thrown down the challenge for a rematch. Yet to be answered at the time of this recording, but likely will be a third match that's added to that show, and certainly a good one after all the critical acclaim that FTR versus Briscoes 1 received. And lastly, the AEW Dynamite ratings are in, folks. 979,000 viewers on average for AEW Dynamite. That's down a smidge from last week's over 1 million average viewers for Blood and Guts. This wasn't Blood and Guts, so I think this is still a strong number given that circumstance, and given that it wasn't an action-packed show on paper, a good show on paper, but not action-packed. I think that's a solid number that Tony Khan's happy with. They were number 1 on cable. Obviously, he's going to be happy with that. And in the key demographic, adult 18 to 49, they were flat week over week. So there you have it, folks. There's your news of the day. Once again, I'm PWTorch Assistant Editor Zack Heydorn. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing, and we'll catch you guys next time.